Hi everyone, good morning. Hola mi gente, bienvenidos. Welcome back to the channel, The Regular Bonsais. Today I went walking in my roof and I found one of these plants that I bought in a nursery a couple of weeks ago, and I thought it would be interesting to work on it. I do not know what the name scientifically in English, in Hebrew, or Spanish is. So if you guys can help me idea it, it will be awesome. So we give a proper title to the video. I'll bring you up close so you see what we're gonna be working on. And even though I don't know the name of it, I'm positive I can try at least to do something bonsai related to it. And if it doesn't work out, I'll just let it grow on a pot and maybe get some cuttings from it in the future. And if it's not bonsai material, it will just be another plant on my roof. So I'll bring you closer so you can see why I got it. It's a little messy on the roots, but the trunk looks really nice. And I don't even know if it's gonna heal well, what kind of plant it is, as I told you. I don't see any flowering, so this is all we have for IDing it. If you guys help me, that'll be awesome. Maybe this title will change on the video. Let's do this. First of all, our pot is really inside, our plant is really inside the pot, and it makes it difficult for me to see what I'm working on. So a little trick that I like to use is using a pot the same size, and I kind of used a half pot that I had laying around. You can use any kind of pot. Check that the bottom of your pot has not roots all over like that area, so you need to cut them if you do have. Let's loosen this a little bit. That way we have the roots, the root mass still in a pot for now, and it's not drying out in the elements. We get to see the trunk much better, and we can eliminate branches much faster right now, right? So first of all, let's eliminate some of this unwanted branches with our nap cutter. The tree looks really green inside. I hope it doesn't, I hope it scars easily. I'm sorry for the construction noises, but I have a building that is being built right next to my building, and it's kind of gonna be the background noise to all my videos, I guess, for the next year or two, sadly. I got a microphone. I hope it neutralizes a little bit of the noises that that damn building is gonna do all year round. I also live right next to a very main road of my neighborhood, so traffic is very abundant in this area. Kind of cleaning those cuts a little bit. We'll trim this later. I'll leave these two for now. Let's decide what the height of the tree is gonna be and what our main trunk is gonna be. I feel like it's gonna come up here. I'll use this as our main trunk. So we will cut right here, and of course we'll try to root this some ways, somehow, some of them. Okay, we can see really a structure. We have some dead branches over here. Let's eliminate them. And we said we're keeping this as our main trunk, which means that this one is a gunner. Hopefully another tree. Now we get to expose some of these dead branches. Branches that are growing in a different direction than the one we want. Although this one okay, I'm gonna cut this one also, and I'm gonna leave this one as the follow-up of this trunk. Yeah, I hope I explain myself. Maybe after the cut will look better. This will be our tree. So everything here has to go somehow, in some way. Let's start by pruning this part and seeing what we are gonna work with. It's very straight. I'm gonna take it all of this out. Doing a lot of scars. Some of them I'm gonna cover with cutting paste, and some of them we'll just leave. Hope for the best. I guess you guys and girls, ladies, gentlemen, will see the update of it in the future. You can see some buds here. That's why I'm gonna allow myself to cut this branch all the way here, because the first grow of the plant is gonna be these shootings that are already developed. So no need to leave leaves around. Okay, we have to decide which one is gonna be our branch, and probably what's gonna be our front. I don't know. I like this. I like something like this. So this one has to go. I'm not gonna cut it all, as their last buds are this two. I'm gonna cut them right after the next nub. See what comes out of it. I'm gonna leave this one. Gonna take this one. We're gonna leave this to decide in the future which one is the one we're gonna use. I'm gonna take you. I know it looks barren, but wait for a good future, I hope. I'm afraid of bending it. I'm always afraid of bending the tree when I'm leaving like the last branches. I don't know about you. This one has to be wired today, because I'm not gonna leave this tree looking like this. No way, Jose. Okay, this one is the one that I'm gonna keep. So our cut is gonna be here. I really hope that this scars well, because this is gonna be an ugly scar if it doesn't. If this doesn't heal over or callus over these wounds, you're gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna wire this one, maybe this one, this two, and the main one. Okay? So that's as for the tree right now. Maybe after potting it and wiring it, we will work on this part a little longer, or for more work. Let me just look at it. Oh, it looks so ugly. I hope by now you guys have identified it, and you can write on the comments who was my victim today. I like to call them my victims. They never look alright. I'll leave this one, cut this one. I'm gonna leave this. Okay. Alright, let's move on to the bottom part and see how we progress. Alright, let me put my hands on these roots. They are not looking forward to it. And let's see what we have to work with. As you can see, this is potted in regular potting soil. A lot of coconut fiber and organic soil material. Let's do a little dump. You wonder how the floor in my house, in my roof, must look after I do a simple bonsai work. I might show you the end results of one video. I might. If I lose the shame a little bit, I'll show you how my balcony looks. Every time we have to remember to eliminate crossing roots if we can't really bend them or straighten them. This is obviously root bound in the pot that it was when it was a seedling, because it's a smaller diameter, but we still have to address all of this. Trying to cut the roots and leave some smaller roots attached, but by what I can see, it's gonna be it's not gonna be easy to untangle them, and not a lot of roots are gonna be left here, I'm afraid. I feel like I could have tried some other kind of bonsai with it. Let's see. Let's not cut all of those huge roots. Wow, listen to this. What if I had a rock right here under? So, should have thought of that before. It looks good, it looks cool, it looks manageable enough that I'll be able to put something under this, which I sadly don't have, but everything can be fixed with a drive through the park. And I'm gonna try to collect some material. I'm gonna leave this in a bucket of water for a couple of hours, run a couple of errands, and see what we get for this plant. Finish this transplanting semi pre-bonsai later today. Let's see. This is us collecting rocks for today. Say hi, Koi Koi.
Hi.
You're my little helper for the day.
Hi.
Yes.
Daddy, see this?
Let's see what we can collect in this beautiful place. I already have some, so I'm sure we're gonna continue the video. We're back from the park and we found these rocks. I don't really know which one I'm gonna use yet, but for you it's gonna be a few seconds until I decide. I feel like this one would be an awesome to put a tree inside and have a bonsai in a rock, as it will grow here and thicken up. So this will be a separate project for sure. And about this 5, I don't know, they're too smooth except for this one, and I don't really know which kind of rock is better. If I want to have a smoother rock or a more porous rock, I guess we'll see. Alrighty then, I think decisions have been made. We're gonna use this puppy on this pot, not a custom made pot, and we are gonna fill it up with regular mix that I use for the summer, which is more compact than just regular bonsai soil. This in order to not have a lot of give in the soil right now. When I place this baby, notice that I didn't put any cables in the bottom on purpose, because I don't know how I would be able to anchor this rock from the bottom. I could, I guess, but instead of that I made 2 holes on each one of the sides of the circle, so 8 holes in total, and I feel like I'm gonna use some of them for anchoring the rock or the plant. For now, I'm just gonna put a little bit more soil. Yeah, we'll bring our plant and see what we can do with it. I hope it fits. I hope we can mold these roots, and some of them are gonna stay viable and most of them are gonna develop, all hopefully, very much hopefully. We just need this tree to survive this brutal planting we're gonna do now. Notice that this soil was up until here. This is kind of the level I wanna get it to, especially because next week we're supposed to have our first rains here in Israel. Thank God. Been really looking forward for some rain. Now, how are we gonna secure this to the rock? Gonna get some wire. I don't even know how many millimeters, but hopefully I'll be able to loop Let me try to move it to this side. I'll be able to loop it. Kind of like this. And I'll bring this around. Twist. We'll do the same on the other side. Always afraid to overcut the wire, and I end up undercutting because I'm cheap, and these are tough times and stores are not really open very consecutively, and there is not really a lot of availability for wires here in Israel. I mean, they are. I could find them. I could drive somewhere or have them delivered, but I feel like I have enough cables and wires to do what I have to do. Sometimes I overdo it, and sometimes it's the opposite. Like now, he barely made it, but he made it. We're gonna use our pliers, hold the tree down. Let's pull and twist. This needs way more timing. Gonna do the same on this side. I try to always wire counterclockwise. For you, it should be counterclockwise or clockwise. It doesn't really matter. As long as you always know how you're twisting, even if it's by hands or with tools. So it's easier for you to untwist when you have to. Okay. This will not go anywhere. All right. Now let's try to cover these roots. Some potting soil. I think I started filling up the pot without the camera being on. I'm just filling it up. I'm just filling it up. As much as possible. Trying to tighten these roots onto the... Wow, if I had some sphagnum moss or some kind of moss, I would definitely cover this much more. For now, I think I'm just gonna put some volcanic rocks on it. Some of these roots are gonna die because they're exposed. Some of them are still very much covered in the bottom part and when they really need to be to develop. And I'm gonna finish it. This will prevent from the rain when it comes this weekend from eroding the soil on the top part of the rock and covering the rocks. And I'm gonna send this to the shadiest place of my roof. Not a lot of air. I'll keep this as moist as possible for the next couple of days, and I'll keep you guys updated. All right, assuming that the tree is gonna make it, because out of all the trees that I've ever planted, this is the sketchiest one for me. I don't know, it's a good time because it's budding, it's a good time because it's gonna rain in the weekend, and it's kind of like starting the raining season. But I don't know, man. I think I cut too many of those roots, because I didn't know that we were gonna do this as a bonsai over rock. And I don't know, I'm thinking how to keep this area well moist. All right, to the wiring. Got my wire, and we want to move this trunk kind of this way, right? This way. So the movement of the wire and how we are twisting it has to also go that way. The same with the bottom one. I'll do the first loop here, kind of to anchor the wire. We'll go behind the branch. And as you twist, going under the branch that you want to keep in the future, you can start giving the tree that movement that you want to achieve eventually. I'm trying to twist as I go, trying to leave some branches kind of facing outwards in a curve, which is where we want our first branching, and every branch coming out of the trunk. Gonna wire this one. Feel like this is too much of a gauge for this size, but the table is so far and time is so precious. We're gonna go on top of the wire that we had previously, under the wire, because I can see that I'm not gonna have space. Notice that I'm putting the wire behind the branch. I'm gonna keep in that outward curve, kind of to like give it a little right. Let's move on with this one. We're following the backwards motion behind the branch that we want to keep. if it's coming from the inside, you can already take it out because we are not gonna use it in the future. Yeah, let's finish this one that we left over here. So bend on the direction of the curve. Let's cut this wire. This wire. All right, let's see. Hey, what do you think, mi gente? I don't know, man. I don't know. This is what it is for now. It has gone through a lot of torture today. Woof. I feel for this poor tree. I will definitely keep you updated. Doesn't matter what happened with it. If he makes it, if he doesn't, you will be updated. Wow, that was a hard one. Let me move a little bit. I don't know what to tell you about today's video. I guess updates are a must. It was my first time doing this kind of rock, bonsai over rock, so far from the soil. I usually plant them much deeper, but I don't know, for some reason I went with this. I hope you get what you get from it. And if it is a successful planting and it does make it, I will make you very aware of it, because this is for me an incognito. I hope you guys like today's video and it wasn't too much of unknowns. If you guys do know what kind of plant we just did work on, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for the likes and for the subscriptions every day. I appreciate it so much. I'll see you on the next video. See you, mi gente. Gracias. Hasta luego. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.